Slinky, I gotta film a video. Come on, man. At least let me pack a lip first.
Let me pack a dip first.
I thought you weren't gonna dip on YouTube anymore.
Oh, was that right then? You wanna go say that kind of crap? Well, let me tell you something right there, friend. I don't recall ever making a video like that. And if I did, if you can send me the link to it, I promise you I will apologize. But until then, I'm gonna pack me a lip. Hey y'all, it's Mr. Spud here, and yeah, I know. We ain't uploaded in a while. Yeah, I know. The title of this video is fucked up as it gets. Yeah, I know, you're confused as hell. Well, you know what, I'm not even gonna take the time to explain this shit. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and pack a lip, and we'll get on with this video. So, let's do the packy. Oh yeah, man, that's killer right there. That is killer. Now then. Yeah, guys, been a while since we've seen this mud jug right here, ain't it? He has a few defaults to him since we last seen him. If you're wondering what that loud-ass water flowing sound is, my brother got an aquarium thing that has got some kind of turtle in. I don't know, I try not to fuck with it. And, yeah. Alright, the dip is in. The camera's set. And now, oh great. Here comes this guy again.
Why aren't you in the studio?
Look, I know this is a blast from the past, because this used to be my background right now. But the studio isn't up yet. When the studio's up, we're gonna start making videos in there. So just calm your horses.
Where's your hat? Yeah, the hat you're always wearing.
I misplaced my rebel flag hat. Alright? I stole this one from Hash Brown because he left it in my house. Because I can't let y'all see my hairline. I can't let y'all see my hair, period. Because if you did, you would think differently of me. Why is that? Let's just say you would run in terror. My hair is that bad. Okay?
Look, man, I'm just saying that at this very moment, your video looks like shit.
Why don't you just shut the hell up until I get done with this dadgum video, bruh? Chill. Alright, I ain't got all the time in the world just to make a dadgum video. Alright, chill the tits out.
Fine. We'll talk about this later.
Thank you. Now, on to the video. You guys read the title, you guys saw the thumbnail, like, oh shit. What's this? If you guys don't personally know me, you know, if you don't go to school with me, if you're not one of my friends or anything, you don't know this story. And it's pretty fucked up. You know, it's got a whole lot of shit to it. It's a long story. But guys, this is how your boy Mr. Spud was framed as a school shooter. I know. You said how you became a school shooter. Well, that part will get in there soon. But, just watch and I'll tell you this here story. Now, this was about, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months ago. I don't know. It was, sometime in October. I remember because we had Halloween decorations up at the time. And your boy here, he tries not to talk about it because I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, boo-hoo me, you know, you gotta feel sorry for me. But I do get depressed sometimes. And sometimes it's really bad. Well, one night, it was one of those bad times because I started thinking about my life and all the shit that I've done wrong, all the promises I've broken, all the lies that I've hurt, everyone that I've ever abandoned or misguided or misled, you know, people that I just kept on hurting so much. And it was about that time and I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of hurting people, you know. This is the mood that I get in whenever I'm in one of my depressed states. I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt anybody anymore. I'm done with this. I can't. I'm just gonna block everyone out of my life so I can stop hurting them. And so I started sending a chain message around to everybody. It was like, I'm tired of hurting people. I don't want to do that anymore. And I'm done hurting people. because I felt like that's all I'd done all my life, is just hurt people, broken promises, all this kind of shit. And I sent this to a lot of people. The message was longer, I'm just paraphrasing it for right now. And a lot of people thought that I was being suicidal at the time, but I was like, no, I'm just, I'm having a bad night, and I just wanted to just be over with it all. I'm tired of hurting people. I just wanted one to just stay away. Well, of course, that message I got around to the school, and the school called my mom, and they were like, hey, this message has been going around from your son, and we don't know what's going on. We're worried about him. And me and my mom had a long talk about it, and we had everything figured out. I felt a lot better because I actually was able to talk to somebody about it, and it actually made me feel a little better. And I thought it was done. Everything was over with. Everything that happened on that night was finished. Come the next morning, I woke up and I saw a bunch of messages on my phone. Must have been 15 Snapchats. And I opened them up, and all of them had the same thing. Bro, are you really going to shoot up the school? Bro, what are you doing? Dude, are you really going to shoot up the school? Why are you going to shoot up the school? Do I need to come to school? Are you for real right now? Why would you shoot up the school? You of all people. And I was like, where are all these people getting this from? And one of my buddies, I'm not going to say his name, but I texted him. I was like, what are you going on? Because he had sent the same message, dude, what's going on with you? Why are you going to shoot up the school and all this kind of shit? And I was like, what's going on? How is it getting around? And he had sent me this screenshot of a chat from somebody else. And it was Snapchat. It was in my name. And it said, the guy messaged, are you going to shoot up the school? And my response to it was, yeah. The very first thing I noticed about this message was that you know how Snapchat, if you're messaging somebody, you can push down on it and it saves the chat. First thing I noticed is that this chat was indeed saved. And so I looked through all the Snapchats of everyone I had ever talked to, but that message was nowhere. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I wasn't going to go to school that day. I wasn't going to school that day because, Mama said, it might be better if you didn't go to school because all these people have read this message. They're going to be, saying what's going on with you, all this, and you don't need that. And so I decided to stay home. So I wasn't going to school anyway, but I saw these messages, I got the screenshot, and I was like, what the hell is all this? And I decided just to get it out of the way. It was just, I don't know, maybe just a missed message for all I know. But I looked closer at it, and the first thing I noticed was that my first name was spelled wrong. And I was like, okay, this is definitely not my account. But before I can examine it a little more, my mama called me and she said, you need to get over here right now. I said, okay. I ran over to my house and Mama said, what's going on? What the hell is this? I'm like, what are you talking about? And she had actually gotten the screenshot because a friend of mine, or maybe it was the school, I forgot who it was, but they had sent her the screenshot. And I was like, I don't know what is going on. They said, well, a lot of people are believing it. And I got pissed off. I stormed out of the house. I was saying, oh, hell just broke loose. I'm pissed and all this kind of shit. Mom was like, did you send this message? I said, no, I didn't send that fucking message. Look, that's not even my damn name. It's spelt wrong. And Mom saw it. She was like, heck yeah, it's right. And I'm like, hell yeah, someone is trying to frame me for being a dadgum school shooter. I ain't taking that shit. I bursted out of the house. I didn't know who had made these messages. I didn't know what was going on. And the school was all upset about it. The police were actually getting into it. The high school actually went into lockdown because of all this. And it was all because of a message that I never even sent. And Mama was upset about it too. She came out, she says, alright, come on. I said, what are we doing? She said, we're going to the school. I said, alright. So we went up to that dadgum high school and walked up to the Board of Education building. And Mama said, we had heard about all the stuff going on with the messages about the school threat. And a woman said, yeah, we've been trying to figure this out. Mom says, well, the boy behind me, this is Richie. I'm just over there with my scared face. I'm like, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going on. And one was like, look, we know it wasn't Richie. We know Richie. Richie would never do something like this and all this. And my mom was like, well, who did it? And the woman there, she said, the police are trying to figure that out. They said that they may have a suspect about it, and they were going down there to get him. And Mama said, okay. So we drove down to the police station. And arriving at the police station, we walked in, and lady said, I'm sorry, and the lady didn't know who he was that was working behind the desk, and she was like, sorry man, we'll get to you in a minute, we've just been crazy because there's this whole school situation going down, we don't know what's going on about it, we're trying to get it all figured out. And Mama said, well, it's a good thing that you mentioned that, because this is the boy who supposedly sent those messages. Mom was like, is that right? And Mama said, yes ma'am, and she said, we all just wait right there, and the sheriff will talk to you shortly. It wasn't the sheriff, it was some deputy, but no. We'll say, y'all just go ahead and sit down, the deputy will be by you with a minute. We're like, okay, so we sat down. 5 minutes passed, and deputy sheriff called us into his room and all this kind of stuff. We had a long conversation about it, and we actually also talked about the message that I had sent the previous night, which was mine. And he said, so this wasn't you? I said, no sir, the name is spelt wrong, this is not me. And he says, okay, well, we actually found out who made this message. He said, this Snapchat account was indeed made by somebody else, and we figured out who it was. And I was like, can you tell me who this was? Because as soon as I see this boy face to face, there ain't no cop in Geneva County gonna be able to pull me off him. And he was like, I don't think we can tell you that this time, because indeed he is just being here for questioning. He said, but we don't know much about him and all this. And I was like, alright, whatever. Yeah, I was still pissed. I didn't want to be fucking around with anything. And the principal and the vice principal to my school came in. He was like, I heard what happened, I'm sorry about all of this, I know you wouldn't do such a thing because you're actually a good kid, and we don't want this to hurt you in any way. I said, I understand that, sir, and thank you very much. And I actually got a week off school to deal with it because it was a pretty major that-gum thing. And they found out who it was. I still had no idea. And the cop who arrested this boy drove up to my house, and they said, we figured out who it was, but you're probably not going to like it. I say, can you tell me, sir? He says, alright. He said, it's a friend of yours. And that made me just, I snapped. I was like, who? And he gave me the boy's name. He was indeed a friend of mine. And all this, and I was like, I just, no. That shit pissed me off. Because, here's the thing about it. When someone makes a fake Snapchat account in your name, that's different. Well, when they try to frame for shooting up the school, it's gonna get me pissed. But it's different. But when you find out that was actually a friend who tried to do all this to you, that's completely different. That hurts you in a way that is just fucked up on so many levels. And it just completely ruined me. I didn't want to trust anybody else. I was done. I didn't know what I was going to do. I couldn't imagine myself walking into that school a week prior, or a week later, because I was like, a friend ended up trying to accuse me of shooting up the daggum school. Well, I found out who it was. I knew who had made the Snapchat account. Everything was supposedly chill and all this, and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna try to forget it. And I actually did my best to forget all this stuff. And week later, first day I was gonna go back to school after all this situation, and I was actually pretty nervous. I was nervous. Me, your brother Mr. Spud, he was nervous to go back to that daggum school because I didn't know how people would react to me. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if people were going to see me differently, if people were going to be like, okay, this guy's crazy, we should stay away from me. I thought I was going to be isolated from everyone because of the shit that somebody else tried to do to me. And, I had this group of friends, you know, we all had that group of friends, who in the morning, you just hang out together, you know, outside of the school, and you just chill out, you know, have yourself a dip, you just talk to them, you hang out, and all this kind of stuff. Well, I got to that school, and I went to that group of friends, and, I walked over to them, they said, my boy Richie's back! And I was like, yeah, they said, you ain't got no gun on you, do you? And I said, no, because, I mean, those were my friends, you know, they were people I could actually joke with. I knew they were joking. I was like, nah, I ain't got... And they're like, bro, that's crazy shit with, that boy duty. I said, I know, it really messed me up. And, you know, I mean, my friends never saw me differently. No one saw me differently. They're like, this is just the guy who was framed for shooting up the school, and it was really fucked up. But of course, you know, being a guy who allegedly was framed for shooting up the school, people will always make jokes about it. They'll be like, hey, Richie's reaching into his bag, it must be a gun, everyone duck behind the desk, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, no, it's just a pencil, don't worry about it, I ain't bringing no gun. And, all this. And people like the guy who framed me for school threats. People like that is just those that I don't need to be around. I just need to exit them out of my life. And you know what? It's just... it's actually great when I think about it, because, I mean, if it wasn't for this situation, I don't know. I feel like this is just something that changed my point of view. It actually made my mind clear to all the shit I had to stay away from and all that. I'm not saying that I should be thanking the guy who accused me of this, because I'm going to tell you right now, if I see him again, shit's going to go down. Alright, you may live in freaking California at this moment, but you'll still see them dadgum fireworks. And, yeah, guys, that's my story of how I became a school shooter. I'm not the school shooter. I'm not a school shooter. But in that school's mind, I don't know. I mean, it's who I am now. It's how people know me now. And many of you are probably watching this, you're like, that's not a good thing. You know, I mean, being accused of being a school shooter, that's not a good thing. But, I mean, it's not. But at the same time, it's hard to explain. But hopefully you guys know what I mean. And I was able to become a better person because of it. I know it don't make no sense, but it happened that way. And that's my story for you guys. Anyway, hope you liked this video. And if you do, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, because I make new videos whenever I can. And you guys may want to watch out on my channel, because the Spud Squad, we got something coming. And you guys may like our changes. But till next time, it's your boy Mr. Spud saying bye-bye, love y'all, and God bless you. Bye. It was supposed to be all cool, but I missed the lens. Y'all know what it is. Just end the video. Ha! Chase that possum, never fucking caught him, and I tried each and every way. Chase that possum, never fucking caught him, but that shit, it's all gonna change today.